When Mia called that night, her voice was wrapped in an unfamiliar calm, the kind that doesn't soothe you but warns you. "Ethan," she said softly, almost too softly. "I think we need a break." The words hung in the space between us like a verdict. I was 300 miles away, standing in a cheap hotel room in Portland, surrounded by half-packed luggage and the smell of stale air conditioning. The hum of the mini fridge was the only sound after her sentence sank in. "A break," I repeated, as if saying it again would change its meaning. "From what? We just had dinner together last week. You said things were getting better." She sighed, the kind of sigh that sounded rehearsed. "It's not you, Ethan. I need to find myself for a while. Things feel too heavy. I need space." That word had always terrified me. Because in relationships, space rarely meant distance. It meant escape. Mia had always been the calm one between us. A yoga instructor and artist, the kind of woman who believed that every problem could be stretched away, breathed out and repainted. I was the opposite, structured, grounded, a civil engineer who measured everything in numbers, angles and outcomes. When we first met, that difference felt like magic. She'd paint until sunrise while I worked on blueprints beside her. She'd talk about the energy of the universe. I'd calculate the tension in steel beams. Somehow we fit. Or maybe we wanted to. But lately, I'd felt her slipping. Her laughter became polite. Her eyes started drifting past me during conversations. Her hugs got shorter, like they were timed. Still, I didn't think she'd actually leave. When I came home 3 days later, the house looked like a museum of what used to be. Her shoes were gone from the hallway rack. The yoga mat that used to live by the window, gone. The kitchen counter was too clean, stripped of her tea mugs and half-burned incense sticks. In their place, a neatly folded note waited on the table. "Don't worry about me. I've gone on a yoga retreat in Big Sur. I need time to clear my mind. Please respect this space. I'll call you soon." The handwriting was neat, steady, peaceful. Not the script of someone who just tore a marriage apart. For the first time in years, I realized I didn't know who my wife really was anymore. Days turned into weeks. I respected her space. I went to work, came home, made dinner for one. I tried to ignore the echo in the house. Every night I checked my phone, waiting for a message that never came. Until one morning I woke up to a text. "Hi Ethan. I hope you're doing okay. The retreat has been really healing for me. I think I might stay longer, maybe permanently. Please don't wait for me." Permanently. The word slammed into me like a punch. I sat on the edge of the bed, phone trembling in my hand, staring at the message until the screen dimmed. My wife had just ended our marriage over text. That day I drove. I didn't even know where I was going, just away. The highway blurred past my windows. Her words kept replaying in my head. Maybe permanently. I thought about calling her, demanding an explanation, but something inside me refused. I didn't want to beg. I didn't want to give her the satisfaction of watching me break. But that night, in a fit of insomnia and heartbreak, I searched online for the yoga retreat she mentioned. Lotus Haven, Big Sur. Clicked the link. It was one of those luxury wellness retreats. Ocean views, sunrise meditation, vegan meals, reconnection with the self. And then, scrolling through their Instagram feed, my stomach dropped. There she was. Mia, in white linen, laughing on a clifftop. Her hand was wrapped around a man's wrist. A tall, bearded stranger in the same retreat uniform. His arm looped around her waist like it belonged there. The caption read, "Our beautiful couple, Mia and Daniel, exploring spiritual partnership through connection and mindfulness." Couple. I stared at it for a long time, unable to breathe. The comments were full of heart emojis and namaste hands. No one knew that the smiling woman in the picture had a husband sitting alone hundreds of miles away, holding a phone like a weapon. The next morning I called the retreat. A woman answered, calm, professional. "Lotus Haven Retreat, how may I help you?" "Yes," I said, my voice shaking. "I'm looking for Mia, Mia Carter. My wife." "Ah, Mia," she said brightly. "She's doing wonderful here. She's actually leading a group today. Leading, I repeated. Yes. She's been working closely with Daniel, one of our instructors. They're developing a program for couples healing. My jaw clenched. Couples healing, I said slowly. She's married. There was a pause, then the woman said carefully. I'm not sure that's still the case, sir. And just like that she hung up. I don't remember much after that. Just the feeling of driving all night. Headlights cutting through darkness, hands gripping the wheel like I could hold the world together if I tried hard enough. When I finally reached Big Sur, the ocean stretched out in front of me, endless and cold. The retreat was perched on a cliff. All glass walls and sunlight, the kind of place where pain was repackaged as growth. I parked outside and walked up the gravel path, my heart pounding. Through the glass doors I saw her. Mia. Barefoot, serene, sitting cross-legged in front of a dozen guests. She looked radiant, younger somehow. Daniel sat beside her, smiling. Their hands were almost touching. When she saw me, her composure cracked for a second. "Ethan," she whispered, standing up slowly. The room went silent. "I got your message," I said quietly. But I didn't realize permanent meant him. "Ethan, please." "No," I said, my voice trembling but firm. "Just answer one thing. How long?" Her eyes flickered. "It started after you took that Portland job," she said finally. "I didn't plan it. But with Daniel I felt seen again. Alive. Alive, I repeated, almost laughing. So the rest of our life together was what, dead?" She looked down, tears forming. "I didn't want to hurt you." I stepped closer. "Then why hide behind yoga retreats and enlightenment posts? You didn't want to find yourself, Mia. You wanted to find someone else." Her lip quivered, but she didn't deny it. The guests watched silently, a dozen witnesses to the quiet death of a marriage. I took off my wedding ring and placed it on the small altar in front of her, right between the candles and crystals. "Here," I said. "Add it to your collection of things you've outgrown." And then I walked out. It's been 6 months since that day. People tell me healing takes time. Maybe they're right. The ring is gone. The house is sold. I moved to Seattle, started again. I still see her sometimes. Not in person but online. She and Daniel now run their own retreat. Smiling faces. Words like rebirth and freedom. But sometimes when I'm alone, I remember the sound of her laughter before all this. The way she used to fall asleep with her head on my chest, her hand curled against my heart. And I realized that what broke me wasn't the betrayal itself. It was knowing that the person I loved most didn't just leave me. She outgrew me, quietly, peacefully, without looking back. I used to think love was something you fought for. Now I know, sometimes it's something you have to walk away from before it destroys whatever is left of you. So when people ask if I've forgiven her, I just smile and say, I stopped waiting for closure the day she found her peace in someone else's arms. And somehow, saying it doesn't hurt as much anymore.